to a conversation about how a light touch works on your spine and how it makes these amazing changes in our body, mind, and spirit. There's a lot of things that I want to cover tonight, but I really want to start with, let me just tell you a little bit about myself, some of you who don't know. I actually went to chiropractic school to do a type of work called applied kinesiology, which is really much more muscle work and muscle testing. And about a year, about 3 months actually, into my chiropractic career, I got into a very bad car accident. And I had what was called shaken brain syndrome, and was then diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So within the first year of chiropractic school, which is very rigorous, I couldn't get up in the morning without it taking me about 2 hours. I would start at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would get up and my whole body would hurt. And I would go lay down again, and then I'd get up and take a shower, and then I'd go lay down again. And it took about 2 hours for me to get fully ready and get prepared for school because of the level of pain that I was in every day. But I'm one of those very strong driver people and decided I really needed to keep going anyway. I tried lots of different types of chiropractic, neurology, traditional chiropractic, all these different kinds. I finally got into nutrition and spent quite a bit of time going gluten-free, as well as looking at different food allergies that I had. And at a point I got myself about 70% better. But I still had pain every day. And this was over a matter of about 3 years. By the time I had gotten to that point, I thought, well, I'm doing pretty good because the doctors had said, you just need to go to a pain clinic and learn how to live with it. And I said, no, I don't think so. I'm only 29 years old. This is not what I want to do. But then one day I was sitting in my class, and by then I was a senior in chiropractic college, and I was noticing that there were 2 men in my class who academically were ahead of me, as well as they were both married and looked like they ran pretty balanced lives, and I could not figure out how they were doing it. But both of them did a type of chiropractic called network spinal analysis. And so I went to them, to one of them who was a friend, and said, hey, could you just tell me a little bit about network spinal analysis? Because you seem to be really balanced, you're academically at the top of your class, and you seem to be handling all this stress better than most other people. And he knew me, and he knew that I was very scientifically based, and I wasn't going to do anything that, you know, I didn't really know all the science behind it. And he said, no, I won't tell you a thing about it. He says, but I will show you. He said, I want you to lay down on the table. We were in chiropractic school, so at that point everybody worked on everybody all the time. And I want you to not ask a word, and I want you to give me a month. And I want you to stop everything else and just give me a month. And I said, no way. I had come from such a place of pain to ask that, and I had such a routine to make myself okay every day that I said, there's no way that I'm going to stop everything else. But I will get on your table and add this in. After about a month of care, my body was not hurting all day long every day. And I started to see some differences. And I was like, wow, what is this? What's going on here? And he would just come along, and I mean, how many times have you all experienced, you know, we come along and make a light touch, and then all of a sudden your body goes, and relaxes on the table, and you're like, they just made a light touch. How could that possibly have made that change, right? Have you had that experience, right? So after the first month, I said, you know what? Okay, I will stop my other modalities. I'll stop the other things that I'm doing, and you can see me 3 times a week, and we'll see what happens. Well, the interesting thing was I was in boards, and I was actually going through a divorce. I mean, I had all these high stresses on, and I would find myself looking for him in the halls at school. Rick, where are you? Please, I need to get on your table right now, because my body was like, I got, you know, whatever this is, it's helping me. I didn't understand it, but it was helping. So after about 3 months in his care, I actually had my first pain-free day in about 3 years. And that was amazing for me because I was so used to the pain. And I was like, okay, so this is really working, and this is what I need to do with my life. So at that point, I switched over and started going to seminars and finding out more about network chiropractic so that it could actually help me and help other people even more. So that's just a little bit of my kind of humble beginnings of what got me into network chiropractic. And I've actually at this point been pain-free from many of the fibromyalgia symptoms for 11 years now. So in the Western medicine that's not possible, but in my world it is, and in our practice it is, because we actually, once we start working with the body, we're working with the neurophysiology of it, as well as the emotional body and the mental parts of the body, so that we are able to actually take trauma out of the body.